Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Coming up on the program, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu pays over 1.5 billion naira to residents whose property were acquired for public interest. Governor Sanwo-Olu inspects Africa's largest food hub, Psychiatric Hospital in Ekpe, to be ready next year. And NTDA holds stakeholders meeting on Ekpe New Development and Labour City Scheme. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has paid over 1.5 billion naira as compensation to over 150 beneficiaries whose properties were acquired by the state government for public interest. Speaking at the ceremony, Governor Sanwo-Olu says the payments of the compensation is a clear testament of promises made and promises kept to citizens. He also reaffirmed his administration's commitment to sustainable growth and inclusivity across the state.
Infrastructure development across the 5 divisions of Lagos State is a continuous project embarked upon by the Lagos State government, some of which has affected property owners. As part of efforts to compensate individuals whose property were acquired by the state government for public interest, the state governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, arrives at Adeyemi Bere Auditorium for the presentation of checks to over 150 beneficiaries across the state. The Permanent Secretary Lands Bureau says the event reflects the state government's commitment to ensure that those who have contributed to the state's growth through their lands are duly recognized and rewarded.
We acknowledge the significant role our beneficiaries have played in bringing these projects to life. You have demonstrated understanding and cooperation by allowing the state government to use your land for the greater good, thus playing an essential role in our collective journey towards building a more livable and economically vibrant Lagos. We know that land ownership holds great value and sentimental importance, and we are here to fulfill our promise to recognize that by providing fair compensation. It is our hope that the funds you receive today will empower you and secure a future filled with opportunities and progress for you and your families. This gesture is not just about compensation. It is a reaffirmation of the Lagos State government's commitment to supporting its citizens and ensuring that our urban and infrastructural development projects contribute meaningfully to the lives of all Lagosians.
The Chairman, House Committee on Lands, Honorable Olayinka Kasim, commend the people for releasing their land for state's development.
I am proud to witness this significant step in our collective efforts to bring meaningful development to our dear state. The acquisition of land for public purposes is vital for infrastructural development, which is the backbone of any thriving society. Projects like roads, schools, and hospitals enable access to essential services, create jobs, stimulate local economies, and improve everyone's quality of life. By acquiring land to support these projects, we are not just building structures, we are laying the foundation for a stronger, more connected, and prosperous Lagos State. Today's event highlights our commitment to fairness and accountability. By compensating landowners, we recognize the sacrifices made for the greater good of our Lagos State. Your cooperation has allowed us to lay the groundwork for transformational projects that will benefit every resident of Lagos State. The opportunities created by these projects are immense. More importantly, they strengthen the fabric of our community by ensuring that everyone has access to improved infrastructure and better opportunities. Let us continue to work together to ensure that developments bring lasting benefits to our community. By embracing these opportunities and supporting each other, we can build a Lagos that thrives and flourishes for generations.
For the state head of service, more compensation is on the way for the people, including the civil servants.
Let me state clearly today that your massive contribution, commitment, and support as critical stakeholders towards our state's ambitious development is well appreciated. Indeed, you have all written your names in the history book of our darling state. And as an appreciative government, we will continue to show our gratitude to your commendable gestures. The infrastructure that other projects are built upon on these various acquired landed properties are essential to the development and progress of the state, and have fostered more efficient and economically viable environment for all residents of our dear state. Of a fact, your various contributions has translated into historical development, holistic development, and improved quality of life in Lagos State and for Lagos State residents. It is obvious that all your sacrifices have been put to good use by the various audacious developments going around in the Lagos State today. Be rest assured that the administration of Babajide Sanwo-Olu will continue in its commitment to serve you even more than promised, as the welfare and well-being of every citizen are paramount on his agenda.
Those receiving compensation are people affected by the construction of Pen Cinema Agege right-of-way, Lamata Bus Terminal Abule Egba, Lamata right-of-way in Ojaoba Abule Egba, Lamata Corridor Maryland, road expansion in Orile Badagry, Katangwa, Orile Badagry road expansion, and Oyingbo ultra-modern bus terminal. Governor Sanwo-Olu says over 1.5 billion naira will be paid to over 150 beneficiaries and assures of more development across the state.
This occasion represents more than a compensation. It symbolizes our commitment to transforming Lagos' socio-economic landscape. The land acquired are not just properties, but the vital resources for establishing critical infrastructure, for fostering a sustainable growth and empowering every citizen of Lagos. We believe that if we empower you, you benefit from the equitable development, from hospitals that we build, to houses, to roads, to a lot of things. I therefore urge you to use this compensation judiciously. Invest in ventures that yield long-term benefits for you and your family. Don't give it to money doublers. There's no money that doubles anywhere. Anybody tells you that they will give you 60 is a lie. Nothing happens overnight. It's only hard work and tenacious. By doing so, you will not only secure your future, but you also that of your children. And you also honor the spirit of partnership that has brought us here today. To all Lagosians who have contributed to the success of our public projects, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to you. Your support and your resilience inspire our determination to continue to build a state that prioritizes welfare and development of its people. True development transcends road, it transcends bridges and terminals. It is about creating a society where every individual can thrive and benefit from a collective progress. And like we continue to say, the greatest good is for the greatest number. It's not about where Sanwo-Olu has come from. It's not about the local government that Mr. Deputy has come from. It's about ensuring that everything we do is for the collective good of our citizens.
The event was rounded off with a symbolic presentation of checks to individuals whose land were taken over by the government for development of Lagos State.
From land compensation to project inspection, this time, the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has announced that the ongoing construction of the Lagos Central Food Security System Logistics Park and the 500-bed psychiatric hospital being built in Ekpe area of the state will be completed by next year. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who made this comment when he paid a working visit to the project site, said to be the largest in Africa's continent and is expected to solve the issue of food insufficiency and also address mental health cases in Lagos State.
The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu begins his assignment for the day at the ongoing construction of the Lagos Central Food Security Systems and Logistics Park at Ketu Ekpe. The project, initiated about 5 years ago by the current administration, is sited on over 200 hectares of land in Ekpe area of the state and is projected to be Africa's largest food hub when completed. After going around the project site, the governor moves into one of the facilities with his team, where the project contractor explains the progress of work, as well as the challenges slowing down the project.
Since this administration came to power, there have been challenges accessing cement in Nigeria because of the number of projects that this government has opened up and instructed that all should be concrete, including the roads. So we are having challenge supply of cement to this project. Averagely, we batch about 600 cubic a day, which will require about 12 to 14 trucks of cement every day. You can see the road that we are doing. They are all rigid pavement, 250 road everywhere. And the reason is very simple. You have heavy trucks flying this road every day all around the complex. We can only plan to ensure that we have something that can last the next 50 years and not give the project any challenge. We are very confident it will. Not only do that, it will transform this area completely. The project also have attached to it a jetty just over there, which is yet to commence. And the whole idea is to make it easy for us to move produce in and around Lagos very easily, using the opportunity of what God gave Lagos, God-given asset, which is water. And studies, design, everything has been completed for us to start and complete the jetty. We also have financing fully closed for the jetty project. The jetty is just 2 kilometers away from here. In addition, Mr. Governor, you also approved for us to build the largest abattoir in Lagos around this project. That project will house over 14,000 cattle when ready, and by the grace of God, the whole idea is to ensure that any cattle that will be slaughtered in Lagos goes through the process of treatment and checks, and we are devoid of any zoonotic diseases by the time we are eating any of the beef in Lagos.
Governor Sanwo-Olu says the idea behind the project is to make Lagos food secured and will be delivered second quarter of 2025.
That food insecurity was becoming as important as even a normal threat to life, a normal security. And now we can see that indeed that idea or that vision or that audacious move that we made 3 years ago, which we started 2 years ago, in our view, is on the right course. You can see when we talk about the largest food logistics hub in the whole of sub-Saharan Africa is here. It's sitting on a land of over 220 hectares of land. This one of the major verticals that were seated here is on what is about 5,000 square meters, with over ×2 dealing areas. You can see 36 rows ×2 of what each. We have 6 of these right throughout these roads in phase 1. And across, you can see what will be the largest, biggest cold and dry chain storage. You cannot imagine the size of what we're trying to develop here. And you can see one of them, the other one there, is about 12 football fields. About 12 football pitches all put together. That's what you are seeing. And you are seeing the steel coming out. The other one, you can also see the steels coming out. And so the project managers have explained to us all of the things that will happen. This whole thing is divided into 4 parcels of land. Parcel A, B, C, D. Where we're seated here is under parcel A. There's a parcel B there. We drove around to see parcel C and D. It's also going to have a truck park that will have over 1,000 trucks. With clinics, with everything. You can see the size, the sheer size of the road. It's like what we're doing on Ekpe Lekki-Epe Expressway, the size of a rigid concrete. So what you see in Dangote Refinery on the petrochemical side is what you are seeing in this food logistics hub on the food side.
Next up is the ongoing construction of the 500-bed psychiatric hospital, also in Ketwe, Jirin-Ekpe area of the state. The project, under the supervision of the State Ministry of Health, is currently at 50% stage and will help address mental health issues in the country.
But this will be the biggest and the largest psychiatric and rehabilitation center in the entire sub-Saharan Africa again. So the phase one of it is a 500-bed health facility. And you're seeing that all the structures for phase one are out, which will include, the 500-bed accommodation in different sizes. It will include consultation rooms, dormitories, dining rooms, kitchen, residents for the health facility, all forms of, recreational activity, so it's a massive institute, which is sitting on about 25 hectares of land, right? So it will be an end-to-end, psychiatric center. We believe that this aspect of our health delivery is equally important. We believe that we have seen enough health challenges in terms of mental health issues, and we need to, make a classic case, of this and make sure that it's first in class, the best that people can come in, come for psychotherapy, psycho-rehabilitation, and get well in a serene and in a very decent environment. The phase two of it will be additional, accommodation for patients who needs, the services here, and, who needs rehabilitation centers and rest of it, which will be in the same premises. And we're targeting by this time next year to also complete this project. This project, it's about 50% done, and we believe that in the next 12 months, they can bring it to completion. I'm impressed with the amount of work that the contractor, Mrs. Formwork, put into this.
The walk-in visit was rounded off at Isimi, Lagos, a new tourist site in Ekpe, expected to boost tourism potential of Lagos State.
Let's put our hands together. He's declared it open officially. Thank you so much.
Finally on the program is the upcoming development plan of two new towns, which are Ekpe, Mixed Development Scheme, and Labour City Scheme, already in the works by the Lagos State Government. This was disclosed by the State General Manager of the New Town Development Authority, Mr. Olakunle Aboyeje, during a stakeholders meeting in Ekpe.
A massive expanse of land along the Ekpe corridor of Lagos State is about to be developed by the State New Town Development Authority. Achieving a smooth implementation of the new town's development for Ekpe and Ibeju-Lekki axis is the reason why NTDA has brought all stakeholders, including community leaders, property owners, Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, to sensitize them about the project coming up soon.
It is important to sensitize the community and people of the project area, Lagosian and stakeholders in the built environment on the need to collaborate with the state government on the implementations of new town development for Ekpe and Ibeju-Lekki axis. As part of the drive of the state government to engage the citizens, it is necessary to present an overview of the future prosperity inherent in the project for the people of the state. Harness the cooperation of the communities and stakeholders to deliver on the socio-economic impacts of the project in line with the Team Plus agenda, with respect to making Lagos a 21st century economy. To assure the community that their interests will be well protected and accommodated in the project area as well as our real estate developers.
This scheme is more than just a construction project. It is a plan to bring together homes, businesses, and industries in one location. This approach creates an environment where people can live, work, and relax in harmony. It will boost our local economy, strengthen community ties, and improve the overall quality of life for our residents. For the Lagos workforce, the benefits are clear. The scheme will provide modern, affordable housing close to work, reducing long commutes, and promoting a healthy work-life balance. It will also create job opportunities, support local businesses, and encourage entrepreneurship.
A brief presentation of the projects, which is the Labour City Scheme and the Ekpe Mixed Development Scheme, designed to be carried out in phases.
Sites and Service Scheme with PSDP. So we are going to have Ekpe Mixed Development Scheme. We want you all, because why we are here is because of everyone. Everyone has a stake in this. We encourage citizens' participation. Whatever your input is, we encourage it so that we can all work together and bring about a viable scheme. In Ekpe, we had several schemes. NTD had provided, it has designed over 100 schemes. Some viable, some could not see the light of the day due to one challenge or the other. But in order to avert all these challenges, that is why we're having this stakeholders meeting so that everybody can come together and we can all develop the area.
Part of the things that have been said here is that it is critical for us to think about future challenges that are likely to come up. So what we've done is we've actually done extensive recognition survey here. You can see what we have. We've taken into consideration the existing communities, their location, and some other policies that before now government has actually taken on the scheme.
Lawmakers representing Ekpe constituency, one of the two, emphasized that the people of Ekpe must be carried along. All necessary compensation must be given to those affected by the development, and developers must be given a time limit for the project.
Lands. Before now, land used to be under the control of the traditional institution and the family. But the Land Use Act took that away from the traditional institution and the land-owning family. And the reason is because it will be easier for government to make use of the land where need be, so that there will be no encumbrances. Having said that, we want to appeal, as we are coming to Ekpe. Ekpe can be said as one of the divisional local governments in Lagos State, Ekpe Division. And I can tell you, we are the least developed. Yes. And as you are coming now, yes, the Land Use Act, then the global acquisition of the Lagos State government empowered the government to be in charge of all the lands. We agree, because we are all law-abiding citizens and we want the progress of this community. However, our people must be well carried along. Very, very important.
As we all know that Ekpe has the best road network in Lagos State. Even our land is so hard. We don't need to fill our land. Once you start your building, you go straight. And what I really want to say now is, please, most of the people, because some of the people have submitted that they have LASPA approval, they have CFO, please, I want the government. We are the government. Let's consider some people first. Fine, we are trying to redevelop the area and make it known as the mega city that we want Lagos State to be. What are we talking about developing mixed scheme? Mixed scheme is when you have residential and commercial. Ekpe has been mid-scheme already. The only thing you can just do for us is to just give us a station. They gave them scheme. Give us a scheme that the family that owns the land will also benefit from.
While the Permanent Secretary Land Bureau asked the people to support government initiative, the State Commissioner for Agriculture also advocates for land for farming.
Most of the things we need to take back. And I like that because it's only shortening the time that we're going to use here. And I want to assure you that our secretariats are taking notes. And all that is going to be said here will be taken back home. And Mr. Governor will action it.
Ekpe stands in a position to benefit so much as regards development, as regards physical planning, as regards urban design. Ekpe can be the face of Lagos, but it has to be a cohesive effort from all of us, be it from the traditional rulers, to the community members themselves, to us as government, to the realtors, the developers, and any other person that wants to see the community be as it should be. A lot of us also travel outside the country and we see what is obtainable in many areas. But coming back home, we also want to flout so many laws, and at the end of the day, we have a very haphazard design around our towns and our cities. Ekpe is at a vantage position, and we should all collectively ensure that Ekpe stands out and truly stands out in the development for Lagos.
The Lagos State New Towns Development Authority says it will continue to engage the people to ensure that their interest is well protected during and after the development of the Ekpe Mixed Development Scheme and Labour City.
That's where we draw the curtains on this week's edition of Dateline Lagos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Please obey all state laws and stay safe.